Hey yo, it's me again. I don't think I've actually told you my name. I probably shouldn't because the internet is full of really weird people that'll try to, I don't know, hunt me down and do things to my rear end. So I'm gonna hold on for that one. Well, actually, you could probably find my name out pretty easily, but I'm not gonna leave you any clues. Dirt1site.com. But anyway, so update. I didn't do a vlog for yesterday, which was meant to be day one, and I didn't do one. Well, I guess I'm doing one today. Um, so basically, why didn't I post an update yesterday? Well, simply because I took loads of painkillers in the morning. I took a day off work and took loads of painkillers in the morning, and they basically knocked me out cold. I mean, I don't usually take any medication at all, um, purely because I don't know. I just got this weird ideology that my body can handle everything naturally. But that to one side, I woke up yesterday with a really painful ankle, and yeah, so I got some painkillers and took those, and it knocked me out. Um, so about a couple of hours later, when I woke up around about, oh, it must have been 12 o'clock or something, I put like an ice pack on both of my feet. The ice packs consisted of ice cubes inside a sock tied around my ankles. So yeah, that's extreme ice package right there. So I had that on for about an hour, might have been 45 minutes or whatever, and my ankles started getting really stiff. And I remember the previous year when this happened, when my ankle stiffened up, uh, I left it like that and I just kept the ice pack on there, and when it came to actually moving my feet, it killed. I mean, it was as if I was breaking my ankle in for the first time or something, you know. So I decided to take a walk outside. It was a really hot day, so conveniently enough, you know, I was walking my foot off on a really nice day. Um, yeah, that was pretty cool. I went to Tesco, then well, actually, while I was in Tesco supermarket, my ankle started getting really bad. So went to hospital. I thought, okay, I need to get this shit checked out. Hopefully get an X-ray out of it or something, you know, just so I know exactly what the hell's going on with my feet. Right, okay, so I got the bus. Got on the bus, went to the hospital, stayed in, like, you know, in the waiting room for about, must have been 30 minutes before I got consulted. And then another like 2 hours or an hour to 2 hours before I saw a doctor. When I eventually saw the doctor, told him the history behind my feet. He had to feel around for quite a long time actually, and basically he said that I've strained my ankles pretty badly, as in like all of the main muscles have been ripped. So it's quite scary. And the only reason why I couldn't feel the initial ripping is because skateboarders have like a high pain threshold, so it will take a lot of damage to actually hurt a skateboarder in the ankles, which probably explains why this was more of a gradual thing. So if you can imagine like my ligaments, right? So these are the muscles, right? Over time, they start doing that, right? And this is currently where I'm at. I don't know if you can picture that in your head, but that's where I'm currently at. And so like every time something makes my muscle do this, that's where the shooting pain comes from. Aha! So yeah, so that furthers the case of having to do this month rehab away from skateboarding. I also got this ankle thing. You can't see the rest of my leg. That's because I'm naked. Yay! I just put a top on and I'm bottomless. Yeah, you wish in your dreams, or in mine. But anyway, so that was yesterday, right? So I spent quite a lot of time in the hospital. When I got home, I pretty much knocked out because I bought like these. I had to buy painkillers, man. They didn't prescribe them to me. I had to buy them. How weird is that? And anti-inflammatory pills as well. So yeah, got back home, took those, and they knocked me out. Fell asleep. Okay, so that was day one. Day two. I went to work, and you know, it was a pretty ordinary day at work. Struggled out of bed because my ankle was hurting a lot in the morning. I took the painkillers and that. It made me really drowsy still, but I managed to pull myself into work. Worked through the day up until 3 o'clock when the Japan game started. Japan versed Paraguay today, and it was 0-0 first half, 0-0 second half, 0-0 first half of extra time, 0-0 second half of extra time, and then penalties. You know, if you have any sort of presence on the internet or on TV, you would have learned that Japan got knocked out at the penalty stages. It was such a bad game. Like, you know, I've never seen such a bad referee in my entire life, but that's a story for another time. I'm sure a million people have got like their little reviews about what went on in the game and their personal opinions, but whatever. So the game lasted quite a long time, and yeah, it was pretty disappointing, the outcome. So what did I do after that? I could have gone home and just chilled, done nothing, but I went to my dad's restaurant and I chowed down in there for a bit, had some good old Japanese food, and yeah, it's pretty epic actually. Got home, and yeah, here I am now, just filming this vlog. So okay, question is, how are my feet doing? There have been no improvements since Sunday. If anything, I feel like my right foot has gotten worse, which is bad, real bad. And even more so, the longer I spend off of my board, the longer it will take getting my tricks back. That's the most painful part, I think. And additionally, like, I tell you, the weirdest thing is walking to work and walking back home. Like, I'm so used to being on my board, it's not even funny. And yeah, so that's pretty strange for me. And I found that on my way home today, well, actually from my dad's restaurant, I started getting these really weird like images in my head. Like, you know, oh, what am I gonna do next time I step my feet on the board? You know, I mean, I had these crazy ideas of just changing my style entirely. You know, once you spend a certain amount of time away from your board after having spent a long time on it, you start to change your perception towards it a little bit. It's like, it's not all about Mike Mo trays down sets. It starts to get along more the lines of, you know, when I get on my board, I want to actually try something different. I don't know, I'm just talking crazy here. So, but anyways, the gist of it is, ankles aren't feeling better. They're pretty painful, and we'll see how they feel tomorrow. Cheers, guys, for listening. If you sat all the way through this, much appreciated. And peace and love to you all. Ciao.